Hi, this is Gunna226 here. Today I'm looking at the Kershaw Clash, model 1605. Now, why did I buy this knife? Well, the reason I bought this knife is because I thought it was pretty cool. I have a little story to tell you, a little confession to make. I don't know what to tell you exactly, but here it goes. Do the best I can. Got this knife. It was online and for a review, and I carried it around. Thought it was a great knife, so I was like, okay, I won't mind having another one. It's the assisted opening. You can see that. Very nice. And I bought it online. Here it is. Clash 1605 Kershaw. So one day I was in Big 5 and I saw, hey, Kershaw Clash. I was like, Kershaw Clash, hey, that's great. I have one of those. I like that knife. And it was on sale for like 12, 13 bucks. They were blowing them out. I'm like, okay, it's mine. List price 50 bucks. I was like, that's a no-brainer. I was like, dude. So here's the problem that I encountered. If you watch my other video, I kind of flubbed the deployment, and now I guess you know why. This one's semi-serrated, but there is another difference. I don't know if you could tell from the way I deployed this knife versus this knife. If I try to deploy this knife like it's assisted, it doesn't really, it's not assisted. However, this knife that I bought online is totally assisted. And when I went to Big 5 and I was all excited that I found this knife for a great deal, great price, I was like, gotta have it. It's an awesome knife. I didn't even pick it up and deploy it. I didn't even do anything. I was like, I want that knife. Give it to me now. And they said, okay, here you go. I didn't even take it out of the box and look at it. I just packed it up, took it home, and pretty much sat in the box for a long time. And then I wanted to do this review, so I pulled it out. I was like, oh, let's just use a brand new pristine knife instead of the one I've been EDCing for the review. And I went like this. I was like, what in the world's going on here? It's not assisted. My first clue should have been thumb stud. Thumb stud. This assisted one, no thumb stud. Only flipper. And I was at that point, I was very bummed. I mean, it's still a great knife, but I really like the assist on it, and I was really bummed it wasn't assisted. So anyway, if you guys see, I don't know if they even are making these anymore, but if you see it like on a blowout, just pay attention that 1605, no numbers after it, is assisted opening. And Big 5 here has all these other numbers. It's not assisted opening. I don't know if it's a California thing or if it's just the model it is. If Big 5 doesn't like sell assisted opening, whatever. Anyway, that's something to look out for. So anyway, like I was saying, back to the beginning. Why did I buy this knife? I bought this knife. I'm going to run out of time, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. My memory card was full and I had to find another one real quick. Anyway, why did I buy this knife? I bought this knife for an EDC use, basically. Possibly pressing in tactical if needed. Here we see The camera will focus on camera. The steel is 8CR 13 MOV. Not bad. Not the best rust resistance. Holds an edge fairly well. Takes an edge okay. So you can see it's Chinese produced, and it's patented. Same thing with this one. You can see the model number and the lack of a steel stamp on this one, but I know it's the same 8CR 13 MOV, still Chinese produced, except this one's semi-serrated, this one's not, so still pretty much the same knife. Not bad. Now the blade length on these guys, I believe, is about 3 inches. So not bad. It's actually a little heavy, but I'll get to that in a minute. The blade centering here, you can see, is skewed to one side. Now, not rubbing, but it's still skewed. This one is skewed. Actually, I think it's skewed the same way. I don't know if it's the way they're designed, if they're all skewed to the left, or if it's just these two that I have. One's assisted and one's not assisted, so I don't know. Hard to say. The after deploy, the lockup is pretty much solid. There's a slight play side to side on this one. I did touch up the pivot a little bit. I was trying to get it equivalent to, I guess maybe, as the speed assist, safe assist, I think they call it. But I didn't make it, obviously. But on the this one, it's up and down, side to side. Very little play, if any, side to side. I might be able to touch up the pivot just slightly on this one, but I don't want to mess with it. It deploys very well. The washers that are in here, yeah, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they are phosphor bronze. There it is. I think you can see that. Yeah. For the light today, I'm using Phoenix LD20. Maybe I'll review this sometime. We'll see. Now here is where one of the detractors is the weight. The knife is fairly heavy, and it does carry a little bit chunky in the pocket. Show you the weight. Here we can see the knife is 4.4 ounces, and the other one, Speed Assist, is 4.5. So very similar weights. I'm not sure why the Speed Assist is slightly heavier. Maybe it has that extra spring in there for the assisted opening. That's the only thing I can figure. But when they're side by side, the weight is negligible. 0.1 ounces is nothing. But overall, it feels kind of heavy in the pocket. It's a little chunky as well. You can see how thick. See how thick it is. It's well constructed. The handle material, once again, is like a plastic glass-filled nylon, whatever. It's not G10 or anything. Probably to go with the price point that these are at. I know here, I mean, they list for $49.99. You're never going to pay that. Tops is $25, $30. Unless you get that blowout Big 5, and it's not a SpeedSafe or Safe Assisted or whatever they call it at Kershaw, and you get it for a blowout price. But overall, here, take a look at the ergonomics. Not bad. They made a slight attempt at jimping here on, there's like four I mean, dudes, why even you bother? I mean, how hard would it be to run it up the spine here a little bit? So we would have something more, I mean, even this, it's blended in with this handle. Doesn't really do anything. How hard would it be to extend it up here just to give me another 4 or 5 or whatever? Same thing on both models. Oh, so close. That would have really helped the traction on this knife a lot. I really do like the finger choils here. They are very deep and very nice. And that is probably the only thing that's keeping me from saying that this could be pressed into a tactical use, is these deep finger choils. And they're very nice. They give you a lot of grip on the knife. So it's very nice. Here we see the serrations. These serrations are okay. They're a little irregular, and haven't had to sharpen these yet. But I can see when I do have to sharpen them, might be a bit of a problem. They're kind of irregular. Still not bad though, I guess. As far as serrations go, I've been kind of sliding away from these serrations. I used to really like them. Now that I learned how to sharpen my knives a little bit better, serrations aren't as critical as they used to be for me, because I can put an okay edge on it now. Definitely not a grandmaster sharpener or anything like that, but I'm getting better. So you can see here the handle designs are basically the same. Here's the pocket clip. The pocket clip is fine. It's strong. Maybe not as strong as some others that I'll show you here in a minute. But it's okay. It's kind of wide. I haven't had any problems with it. It's very strong. It's anchored with 3 screws here, and it does very well. Like again, I would like to have it blackened, and I would like to have a deeper carry option. Much like this Buck Vantage. They just got that pocket clip right. And like my other video, SOG Flash 2, they got that pocket clip right too. Very deep carry, very inconspicuous. If it was blackened, that would help. If it was deeper, it would help. But overall, pocket clip is acceptable. It performs well. It is also swappable, tip up, tip down, but not the other side. Sorry guys. So, I mean, I typically like the tip up carry. When I had them swapped over to this side, I noticed that it did carry higher in the pocket than over here. So that was even more of a sticking out even more. You can see. Let me close this. You can see how that would be sticking out even more so. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get snagged on anything. But anyway, that's the way it is. There's no lanyard hole to speak of. You might be able to put your own in somehow, but I didn't even bother. I don't use lanyards that much anyway. So we talked about the jimping, or lack thereof. So let's look at some competitive options. All right. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, we have this one. SOG Flash 2. Alright. You can see they're very similar. Do a side by side here. The SOG blade is slightly longer. And the SOG is much lighter. So in most instances, I would prefer the SOG, maybe, to carry over the Kershaw Clash. Like I said before, it is a bit chunky and a bit heavy in the pocket, so just be warned about that. Still, it's not overbearing. It's still doable. Let's see what else we have. We have the see, Spyderco Tenacious. And you can see the size comparison, almost identical. And Mr. Tenacious is slightly lighter, and the blade shape is maybe slightly preferred. It's a full flat ground versus this hollow grind that's on this blade. It's not bad. Over time, after many sharpenings, it's might have to reprofile it or whatever. But other than that, it's okay. Let's see what else do we have here on the table. Okay, we have the low cost option. We have the Bird. This is the Raven G10 version. Not bad. I'll take that. And it's much lighter. And you can see the blade length is actually slightly longer. So, okay, sorry about that, guys. And my battery died again. So, anyway, this was the options that are out there, at least some of them. So you might find yourself leaving this guy at home. Might be a good truck knife, or a good, like a tool bag knife, or whatever, just a utility drawer knife. Maybe not EDC, so fat and chunky compared to some other options out there, like I mentioned. SOG Flash 2 is nice. So the track record for these guys have been pretty good. Haven't had any problems. No clip issues, other than I don't like the clip on this end, and it forces me to a tip down carry, which I don't prefer. The edge has maintained pretty well, just like a normal 8CR 13 MOV edge, normal use. Keep forgetting that this is not the assisted one. Just use that one. I like the way this deploys much better anyway. So it's got a cool blade shape. I mean, I really like the blade shape. That's pretty nice. So the value, like I said before, list price $49.99. You should never pay that. I think this one was $25-$30 maybe at the most on the internet, and the Big 5 was the blowout special for the non-speed assist. It was less than 15. So overall, not a bad knife. Maybe not a carry knife for me, but definitely a knife I could leave in the truck and use it when I need it, so it's on hand. If you have any questions, concerns, issues, let me know. Oh, one more thing I did want to mention. They could have saved some weight in one area. If we just look in here, you can see that this side is slightly lightweighted. You can see there's some lightweighting. But if we look at the other side, there's none whatsoever. So maybe they could have saved another ½ ounce. I don't know, maybe. Depends. This is a low-cost knife, like I was saying. Chinese produced, Chinese steel. Quality is pretty high. No lanyard hole, but don't really use that anyway. I think I might have said that before in the video as well. And wouldn't mind seeing some thumb studs here. I kind of like the thumb stud deployment on this one. Maybe a little bit more than the flipper, just because it's not assisted. Wouldn't be bad to add there. I don't know. Yeah, this is already heavier though anyway, so maybe it's better they save the weight. Anyway, if you have any other questions, just shoot me a PM or leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.